everyone, it's Kylie. So today I'm going to be wrapping up February as well as Thrillerathon. So I'm just going to start with the first book that I read in February because honestly I didn't really read that much. I've got 4 books for you this month to wrap up. And the first one that I started with was a reread of Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. If you're new here, you'll find I absolutely adore the Illuminae files, and I actually plan to reread Gemina and Obsidio in March. This follows a couple who just broke up, and they had just broken up right when a mega corporation attacks their planet. So they have to be evacuated into space, and that mega corporation is trailing them to basically finish the job and destroy them. So this, of course, follows them as they try to sort of clean up the mess, figure out what's happening, save everybody, all of that jazz. And on top of that, there is a plague that is being released and affecting everybody on the ships. So this, I naturally gave 5 stars, just like last time. It ripped my heart out, just like the first time, and I'm so glad I picked this up, and I'm more than thrilled to start the rest of them. It is action-packed and very intense and so emotional. So if you haven't had a chance to pick this up yet, I highly recommend that you do. So I actually ended up finishing 2 books for Thrillerathon this month, and those are Are You Sleeping and The Girls in the Garden. Are You Sleeping is by Kathleen Barber, and The Girls in the Garden is by Lisa Jewell. So I'll start with Are You Sleeping. So this follows a woman who is kind of hiding from her past, and she's changed her name legally, but one day a podcast is launched that kind of takes over everything. It becomes wildly popular, and and that podcast centers around the murder of her father, and this opens up a whole bunch of secrets that she's been hiding from her partner, and it really affects her life. So she has to deal with all of this. I did listen to this on audio, and I have to say it was very, very great. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed the whole podcast aspect, and it kept me hooked. But I do have to say, and this is why I gave it 4 stars instead of 5, I did see exactly the twist coming from the very beginning. It was not a surprise to me, but I still recommend this because it was very entertaining. So as far as The Girls in the Gardens go, this is about a single mom with, I believe, 2 children, and they move to this area that has kind of like a communal garden. Everybody's backyard leads to this big garden, and there is this drama about in the past they had found a woman in the garden, and there's speculation on who may have done it. And then one day the single mom's daughter is found assaulted and left in that same garden in that same spot. And of course this is all about figuring out how that happened. I have read Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell in the past, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, just like I enjoyed this one. I gave this one, just like Are You Sleeping, a 4 stars. It was very entertaining. I enjoyed the writing. I felt invested in the characters. They all felt very real to me. Yeah, so if you haven't had a chance to pick up any Lisa Jewell, I think this is a good start. Yeah, so that's all I have to say on this book. So the final book that I have is actually Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyan. I don't know. I'll never get names right. I actually just filmed a rant review about this. You can go ahead and check it out in the cards up above. I don't want to spend too much time on this just because I did spend a whole video talking about it, so if you're interested, definitely check that video out. But to give you the gist of it, I gave this 2 stars. We did read this for my book club, and I really did not enjoy the writing or the storytelling, and I felt the characters were very flat. I don't recommend this book to anybody. I think it's not very good. So I know it was kind of a short wrap up this month, but I do have more reading plans in March, and hopefully there will be more for me to talk about then. What did you read for February? I'd love to hear it down below. Let's start a discussion. If you're new here and you want to stick around, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell while you're at it. That way you don't miss any of my notifications. And give a like if you want to. All right, you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time wherever you are. Bye.